Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. So excited you're here because we're talking about my summer plans. I'm not talking about just the books, I'm talking about all the movies, the activities, all the things. I live in Texas, so it's pretty hot here, and I can't do the heat. I can't do it. So, and in fact, if it involves sand, sun, heat, or people, count me out. I'm not doing it. So these are more the activities and things that are indoor friendly. These are more like beat the heat. These are all the things I'm doing to survive and get by until autumn gets here. Let's just survive until spooky season. So I'm just gonna tell you all the things that I'm doing to get through, and maybe I can give you some inspiration so that you can survive until spooky season too. We'll see. What should we talk about first? You want to talk about books first? Maybe? Some of these you may have heard me talk about before, and some maybe you haven't. Either way, let's get into it. So we'll talk about my physical books first, the ones that I already have on my shelves, and then we'll talk about ones that I don't have on my shelves yet that I'm either going to get on my shelves or I'll read through the library. First one I want to talk about is Cotton Candy Massacre by Christopher Robertson. This one I feel like is one that everybody has read except for me. Really excited to finally get my hands on it. My kids got this for me for Mother's Day, and I have been wanting to read this one forever. Of course, this one takes place at I believe it's a carnival, and it takes place in the summer of 1989. And yeah, this whole crazy massacre occurs that will be known as the Cotton Candy Massacre. And that's all I really know about it. I just know it's like this, it's a bloodbath, okay? That's all I know. I'm really excited about it. Next up, we have Wild Spaces by S.L. Coney. This is this is a novella. And I love the cover of this. And I know this is supposed to be really summery, like sweltering hot summery. So this is the perfect time to read this. Very I like books that are atmospheric like that put me into the book. So summer is the perfect time. And this one, I think it's I want to say it's like a creature feature sort of thing. An 11-year-old boy lives an idyllic childhood exploring the remote coastal plains and wetlands of South Carolina alongside his parents and his dog Teach. But when the boy's eerie and estranged grandfather shows up with no warning and no sign of leaving, cracks begin to form as hidden secrets resurface that his parents refuse to explain. Meanwhile, the boy feels something within himself changing physically into something his grandfather welcomes and his parents fear. Something abyssal, something monstrous. Okay, that sounds fabulous. And then this is another one on my shelf that I want to get to. This thing is so beat up. I thrifted this copy, and there's something about a well-loved paperback that just calls to me, there's something about it. And this thing is so well loved. It's really, somebody loved the crap out of this book, okay? But I want to finally read it. I don't know how I'm a horror reader and have still not read this freaking book, but I want to finally read it this year. And I don't think I need to explain it. I feel like everybody knows the story of this. If you haven't read the book, I feel like you have at least seen the movie. And I need a good coming of age horror novel, and I feel like this has to be the one. And I want to read this so bad. I know it's a chunky book, but I've heard such great things about it, and I need to finally read it. The print in this thing is really tiny, but I think that's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. So I'm gonna finally read this one this year. Mark my words, it's gonna happen this summer. Now, on to the books that I'm either going to acquire or I'm going to pick up from the library like Libby, or actually pick up the physical copy from my library. Whatever I can do. This first one is called Burn the Negative by Josh Winning. And yeah, I don't know much about this one, so I'm going to read the synopsis. says, fresh off the plane in LA, here to visit the set of a new streaming horror series, journalist Laura Warren sees a man jumping from a bridge, landing right behind her car. It started, she thinks, because the series she's reporting on is a remake of a 90s horror flick, a cursed 90s horror flick, which she starred in as a child and has been running from her whole life. When Laura was 8 years old, 8 members of the cast and crew died in ways that eerily mirrored the movie's on-screen deaths, making the film a cult classic and ruining her life. She changed her name and her accent, dyed her hair, and moved across the Atlantic, but some scripts don't want to stay buried. Now, as the body count rises again, Laura finds herself on the run with her aspiring actress sister and a jaded psychic, hoping to end the curse once and for all. Okay, that sounds really good. Next one is called Summer Suns, and this one is by Lee Mandelo. I'm going to read you the synopsis on this one as well because I don't know anything about it. It says, Andrew and Eddie did everything together. Best friends bonded more deeply than brothers until Eddie left Andrew behind to start his graduate program at Vanderbilt. 6 months later, only days before Andrew was to join him in Nashville, Eddie dies of an apparent suicide. He leaves Andrew a horrible inheritance, a roommate he doesn't know, friends he never asked for, and a gruesome phantom that hungers for him. As Andrew searches for the truth of Eddie's death, he uncovers the lies and secrets left behind by the person he trusted most, discovering a family history soaked in blood and death. Rolling between the backstabbing academic world where Eddie spent his days and the circle of hot boys, fast cars, and hard drugs that ruled Eddie's nights, the walls Eddie has built against the world begin to crumble. And there is something awful lurking, waiting for those walls to fall. Okay. Next up, we have The Toll, which is by Cherie Priest. This one is like a Southern Gothic horror novel, and I'm all about it. It says Titus and Melanie Bell are on their honeymoon and have reservations in the Okefenokee swamp cabins for a canoeing trip. But shortly before they reach their destination, the road narrows into a rickety bridge with old stone pilings with room for only one car. Much later, Titus wakes up lying in the middle of the road, no bridge in sight. Melanie is missing. When he calls the police, they tell him there is no such bridge on Route 177. Ooh, that's creepy. The next one is called Hide, and it's by Kiersten White. I'm sure most of you have heard about this one. I feel like a lot of people have already read this one, and I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. Like, you either love it or you don't, and I think a lot of people were maybe disappointed by maybe I think it was the ending that people maybe were disappointed by. But I'm gonna give it a try because I know some people did like it. We'll see. But I think the premise of this one is that there's like 14 people that are supposed to spend a week in this amusement park, and the whole thing is that there's money at stake for the winner, and the whole thing is to not get caught. They're just hiding and not getting caught. That's the whole competition. But I think it ends up being more sinister than just like a hide and seek game, and it turns deadly. So that's my understanding of it, but I have been wanting to read it for a long time. I want to see for myself if I end up liking it or not, and I love a good amusement park novel, so I really want to read this one. Next we have Whalefall by Daniel Kraus. It's another one everybody I feel like has probably heard of, and I've been wanting to read this one forever. This is about a man who goes in search of his father's remains. His father died by suicide. He's going in search of his remains. He's diving, and he ends up getting swallowed by a sperm whale. And he's in the whale's first stomach, and he has an hour before his oxygen tank runs out. So he doesn't have much time. And yeah, so this is very like claustrophobic. And that is the thing that has gotten me in books before. Like if you remember the book Into the Drowning Deep, that book is about like killer mermaids, but the mermaids is not the thing that scared me in that book. It was the claustrophobic moments. So I feel like this one is gonna get to me. And you know, that's the whole thing about horror. Like you want to find a book that really scares you and really gets to you, and I think this one is gonna do it. So I'm all about claustrophobia. Anything that's gonna scare me, and I think this one is gonna do it. So, it also sounds like maybe he's dealing with like some psychological things and like things that he's kind of facing his own demons as well. And so there's that aspect of it too. And I just think this is going to be possibly a tearjerker. And I'm looking forward to it. Any book that's going to actually make me feel something, I'm all for too. So, lastly, the last book I want to read is Jaws, and I know this is like typical, like everybody has this on their summer list, either the book or the movie form. I feel like this always ends up on people's lists. So I have never read this one ever, and I want to finally read it. I really need to read it, and I'm just gonna put it on my list because I need to finally read it. So, and you know what it's about, so I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about. You already know, but I want to finally read this one, just like it, where I haven't read that one either. I'm a horror reader, and I've never read Jaws, and I need to. So, I'm gonna add that one to my list as well. Now, how about movies? You want to hear about all the movies that I plan on watching? And you know I'm notorious for like, I'm so behind on movies, it's unreal. It's kind of sad actually, but I'll tell you about all the movies that I plan on watching. The first one is a horror comedy, and it's called Final Girls. This one is from 2015. From my understanding, this is a group of friends. They're stuck in a horror movie, and they have like 92 minutes to stop the killer. That's my understanding of what this movie is about. And then we have The Passenger. This is the 2023 version of The Passenger. This one is about, I haven't seen any of these by the way, but from what I can understand based on online, it says a man is forced to face his fears and confront his troubled past. He must find a way to survive when his coworker snaps and goes on a violent killing spree. And these are all supposed to be set in the summer, or at least have like the summer hot sweltering like feeling to them. So next one is called Jug Face. This is from 2013. This one tells the story of a pregnant teen who is trying to escape her like backwoods community when she discovers that she may be sacrificed to this like creature in like this pit. I know that sounds really weird, but it's like all I know about it. Next up, we have Sea Fever. This one is from 2019. This one is about a crew of a fishing trawler that has been infected by parasitic larvae from a giant sea creature. So that sounds creepy. Next up, we have The Block Island Sound. This one is from 2020. And it just says, a fisherman's family encounter horrors and dark truths when an ominous force off the coast of Block Island begins killing wildlife. Yeah, I don't know what the force is, but I'm gonna find out. Next up, we have The Wretched. This one is from 2019, and this is like a witchy one. So this one is like a teenage boy. He's dealing with his parents' divorce. He faces off with like 1,000-year-old witch who has possessed his next door neighbor. So, yeah. Summer of '84. This one is actually from 2018. This kid suspects that a neighboring police officer is a serial killer, so he and his buddies start their own like investigation. It sort of, I think, has like Stranger Things vibes. And I've been wanting to watch this one for a while. The Beach House. This one is from 2019. This girl and her boyfriend decide to take a vacation. They've been having relationship issues. They decide to take a vacation at his dad's beach house, and it ends up not being quite the vacation they anticipated. They ended up like fighting for survival there for some whatever reason. I don't know what the situation is. I just know it ends up being like fighting for their lives. Last movie is Significant Other. This one is from 2022. I'm gonna read you what this one is about. It says, while on a remote backpacking trip through the Pacific Northwest, a young couple sense they may not be alone. As things take a dark turn, they find there is no one to trust, not even each other. Ooh, okay, so that sounds really good. Those are all the movies. Oh, what was that? I don't know what my neighbors are doing. If you hear noise, my neighbors are being very loud today. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. Activities that I plan on partaking in this summer. Like I said, I do not go outside. If it's hot, if it's above like 85 degrees, don't even invite me anywhere. I'm not doing it. I'm not. So I want to get into cozy gaming. I haven't done any sort of gaming since I was in high school. And back then I was really into Zelda and Spyro the Dragon, you know, just adventure type of games. But I'm trying to get my stress level down. So, I mean, I do read, but I can't always focus on it, especially when my kids are home. So I kind of want to get into cozy gaming. I think that would be really fun. So I want to come up with a cozy gaming setup, you know, like a fun little, almost like a reading nook, but for cozy gaming. And also maybe reading. Maybe it'll be like a cozy gaming slash reading nook situation. And I found some really cute setups on Pinterest. So I may find a little corner in my house, maybe in my living room or somewhere like that, to where I'm not closed off from the rest of the family. And I could just, you know, game. My kids are at the age where they're doing their own thing all the time. They're just, I'm like, do you want to watch a movie? You want to do this? Nah, I'm good. No, I'm doing this. They're talking to their friends all the time. They're always on the phone talking to their friends, or they're doing their thing. So that way I'm not closed off. I'm available to them. I'm doing my thing. And if they ever want to watch a movie or if they want to do something, then I'll just turn it off. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna go do a lot of thrifting and antiquing for some funky home decor. The weirder the better. I do not like my house to look like a like Pottery Barn catalog or anything like that. I like that the stuff in my house is stuff you can't just find anywhere. You can't just walk into a store and just find it. I like that it's funky little stuff. I do have some stuff from Target. I do have some stuff from Home Goods, but my main things you can't just find at those places. I like that I have some quirky stuff, and I have some funky things, and I want to go find some. And I'm going to take you along with me when I do that, so be looking forward to that. You've seen some of my, you know, you've seen my moving. I showed you the house tour, and I showed you my bookshelf rearranging and all that. And I'm going to take you along whenever I go thrifting, and we're going to decorate, and I'm going to show you my decorating vlog as well. So be looking forward to those things coming up. We're gonna decorate. It's gonna be fun. Little different content than I usually do, but it kind of tracks because you have seen me go through phases, and you have seen me at my lowest, you've seen me at my highest, and you've seen me through all those different phases. And I just want to take you along with me on the fresh start. So now I've started over. I've gotten a new job. I've gotten a different house. I actually got a different car recently because my other car was totaled with the hail. So I've gotten all these, everything is just like fresh start for me right now, and I want to take you along with me as I'm just starting from fresh. I just want to show you that part of my life. I want to visit some new bookstores and just find some just different places and support local bookstores. There's not a lot local to me, I have found out, so I may have to take some road trips, and that is fine. I'll take you along with me, show you them, introduce you to some new places too. I just think that will be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be celebrating my 40th birthday, which is huge. It's a big deal. 40th is a big deal to me. I'm excited about it. 30s, I had a lot of fun in my 30s. 20s was not a good time. 20s was so confusing, and I had a lot of heartbreak in my 20s. 30s was fun. 30s, I had a pretty good time in my 30s. I feel like, I mean, yeah, I had some rough times in my 30s, but I feel like 30s is kind of like I'm starting to get things figured out. Things are kind of leveling a little bit, but I feel like 40s is going to be good. 40s is like I even more have my shit together. You know what I mean? Finally getting it together. So I'm excited about my 40th. For my 40th, it is July 9th. It's my birthday. That it's a weekday, but that weekend I'm taking off work on July 10th. And I'm gonna have a long weekend. My mom is keeping my kids, so I'm gonna have a break, and I'm going to have what I'm gonna consider a main character energy weekend. I'm gonna just live like I don't normally get to live, and do things I don't normally get to do, and just live my best life like I have no responsibilities for an entire weekend. That sounds crazy, I'm sure. But I have rented, I've booked like a very nice room. It's got a balcony view. It looks out onto this lake, and I've got a jacuzzi and it's got a steamer shower, and I'm gonna get a massage and getting my hair done the weekend before I'm getting my hair done, actually, so it'll be nice and fresh. I may get a tattoo. I don't know yet. I need a new tattoo. I don't know if I'll do it that weekend or maybe somewhere around that time. But I'm getting a new tattoo. I'm going shopping. Hey, Eddie. You see Eddie? I'm going shopping. I've been saving money for this for a while, but I'm going shopping, book shopping, clothes shopping, any kind of shopping. I'm talking rooftop bars and nice restaurants, eating really good food, and just living my best life for a weekend. Just living like I don't normally get to. You know what I mean? Just no responsibilities. Or pretending like I have no responsibilities. I definitely do have responsibilities. I'm just gonna pretend that I don't. But it's just gonna be really fun. So I've been saving for this for a while and been working really hard for it. And for the 40th, it's just you don't get to celebrate those milestones but once every 10 years. So I'm like, I'm gonna live it to the fullest and just really enjoy myself. So I'm really excited. If you have any other ideas for me, let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. 40 is huge, so I'm excited. I'm stoked. Other things, other activities, girls' nights. Me and the girls, we have girls' nights any chance we get, and at least once a month, if not more. And sometimes one of us will just message the others, "Hey, girls, I need margaritas," because one of us will just be having a hard time, or we just need to chat or whatever, and the rest of us will be like, "Yeah, let's do it," and we'll plan it and we'll go. So any chance we get for girls' night, we go, and we have the best time. We have chats, we laugh. We build each other up. We just have the best talks, and we help each other through whatever we're dealing with, or we make sure we're all okay, and we look after each other. And I think it's the best. There are 3 of us that are we're besties, and it's perfect. We need that, and I love that. We do want to plan another sleepover. I think we've mentioned another sleepover, and even a girls' trip is in the works at some point. So that it's not gonna be a summer trip. The trip will be sometime in the fall, maybe. But I don't know if it'll be we talked about this fall, but it sounds like maybe they've changed their mind on that. I don't know. But we're just as many girl nights as we can get. I want to find some early Halloween decor, because I know it comes out in the summer, and I look for it any chance I get. I'm like, when, because I know it comes out earlier and earlier. As frustrated as I get that stores don't ever put stuff out in the season that it actually is in, I watch for it, because I know if I don't catch it, it's gonna sell out and I'm gonna be frustrated. So I watch for it. Let's keep an eye on it, and don't miss it this year, because the last few years I haven't had any money and I've missed it and I've been really frustrated. So I'm gonna catch the Halloween decor. I'm gonna plan my fall content. I'm really excited about doing that. So I'm gonna start planning all my fall content and my all my Halloween and fall content, and all the things I plan on doing, and getting all my stuff together, because I have not had it together lately. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to get it together. It's hard. I'm still adjusting to having the full time. I've been at this job for 8 months, and I'm still adjusting. But it's really hard, because like between kids and job and all the appointments, because we have appointments 3 days a week after work too. So it's really hard to get everything in, but I'm really trying. So, yeah, and then other than that, summer snacks. I crave fruity things in the summer. I crave cold and fruity things. So I did get some snacks, and I will continue to get all the fruity snacks through the summer. But let me show you what I found. One is something that I get every year, and the others are my new obsession. So this is what I get every year, which is sherbet. The rainbow sherbet specifically, I freaking love it. This one doesn't have raspberry in it. I usually like to get the one with the raspberry, but it's okay. I'll still be just as happy. This one has the lemon, orange, and lime. And then, okay, these are my new obsession. This is sour pineapple. I got this at Target. And it has, it's freshly frozen pineapple splashed with lemon juice and a sour candy coating. Okay. And then these are grapes, sour grapes, mixed berry, lemon lime, green apple, freshly frozen grapes splashed with lemon juice and a sour candy coating. And then these are more grapes. These have a candy crunch though. We have watermelon, berry blast, citrus. So these have the candy coating. Like these are the same, but they have like a crunchy candy coating. So these, I'm like obsessed with these, okay? And then I will make my own grapes. And I'm sure you've seen it, but you put lemon juice on them, and then you put like the Jello, like the dry Jello mix on them, and you can get any flavor, but I specifically like the Jolly Rancher flavors. And there's so many different variations you can get, and you put them in the freezer, and you just put a single layer. I put it on parchment paper, single layer, and you just freeze them. And they are the best summertime snack ever. My kids love them. I love them. Personally, I love the, which ones do I like? I think it's the blue raspberry ones, I think, are the ones that I like. I think those are the best ones. Cherry, you would think they would be really good, but they're not my favorite actually. But the blue raspberry were freaking delicious, and the watermelon were really good. But those two flavors are my favorite, and I'm obsessed with those two. But this is like, I didn't have to make them myself. I'll be right back. Okay. Those are all the things. I feel like I talked really fast, and I feel like I talked a lot, but I had a lot to talk about today. For summer being my least favorite season, I sure have a lot that I want to do, and I'm just gonna make the most of it. And that's what you gotta do, and just kind of like romanticize the seasons and just find things that you can enjoy about each season. Eddie, get off of that. Stand by. Get off of that. Don't talk back to your mama. Did you hear him talk back to me? That's what he does. He talks back. It's hilarious. He's like a toddler. He's gonna do it again. Hey, no, don't do it. Don't do it, Eddie. Don't do. Get off of that. No, sir. He's doing it anyways. Yeah, he's gonna do it anyways. Watch him. Quit. Quit. Anybody need a cat? I'm just kidding. I couldn't give him up, but he is a pain. Anyhow, so next week I'm gonna have a vlog for you. I read a lot of weird books, and I vlogged about it. Eddie's about to get himself in trouble. I vlogged about it, but yeah, I'm excited to bring you that next week. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what are you most excited to read or watch, or what are you most excited to do this summer. I'm always excited to add too. And also let me know if you have any other ideas I should do for my 40th birthday coming up. I'm excited for it. So I will see you next week. Bye for now.